Hey gigglers! Are you ready for another round of hilariously stupid state laws? Today, Missouri is in the spotlight. And trust me, you won't believe some of these are real. Relax. The ha-has, they start right now. A person is required to have 1,000 hours of training to braid hair. Okay, I'm guessing this was created by a cosmetologist. And it doesn't take that long to learn how to braid hair, unless we're talking about French braiding, in which case 1,000 hours might be the minimum requirement. You are not to leave your car running when it's parked due to the possibility of scaring horses. So I'm guessing remote start is not a thing in Missouri. I'm all for keeping horses calm, but this seems just a little extreme to me. Salesmen are prohibited from peddling goods while sitting in the middle of the road and screaming at passing cars. If you're a salesman and you're trying to sell product by screaming at passing cars, I'll let you in on a little secret. You're doing it wrong. You are not allowed to curse outside of the four walls of your house. I'd be lying if I said I don't ever curse, but I actually agree with this law. I think people who can use more than curse words as descriptive language are far more intelligent looking than those who drop the F-bomb every other word. You may not throw hard objects by hand. So does this mean that Missourians don't play baseball? Or are you not allowed to skip rocks across a body of water? This law leaves a lot to the imagination as far as interpretation goes. It sounds like they don't play American football, baseball, or any other sport that requires throwing a ball. Worrying squirrels is not allowed. The way this one is worded has me scratching my head. Like, are you not allowed to worry a squirrel? Or are worried squirrels not allowed? And how would one make a squirrel worry? Or how would you know that a squirrel is worried? This one's going to keep you up tonight, isn't it? You may not honk another person's horn. I assume this is referring to if you are the passenger, in which case, why would you try to honk the horn if you're not the one driving? But I'm left wondering, what about if you borrow someone else's car and then someone tries to cut you off? Are you breaking the law if you then honk at them? I would like to know what the circumstances were that led to this becoming a law in the first place. You cannot request someone to watch over your parked car, as this is against the law. Why the squeaky gerbil not? What difference does it make if you ask someone to watch over your parked car or if you have a passenger waiting in the car for you? Is the driver breaking the law by letting their passenger just wait in the car for them? If so, I'm breaking this law all the time. If you have a yard sale, it better not be in your front yard, or you'd be breaking the law. In other words, you either have to open up your garage and deem it a garage sale, or you have to allow strange folks into your backyard. This one really doesn't make any sense to me. Assuming people don't just leave their front yards a total mess, what's it to you if I sell items from my front yard? If you've watched any of my past laws videos, then you know just how much it bugs me when a state tells you what you can and cannot do on your own property. It ain't right. It just ain't right. You may not own PVC pipes. If you were hoping to master the pipes as a musician, you'll either have to move out of Missouri to do it, or figure out another instrument to master. Yet another law that doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason to it. It's almost like lawmakers were trying to come up with the most ridiculous laws they could. In which case, Missouri, you have absolutely succeeded at that. 4 women are not permitted to rent an apartment together. Okay, ladies, don't take offense to this, but as a woman, I don't even know why you'd want to put yourself in that situation. You would have to deal with each other's mood swings. Don't deny that you have them, as all women get moody from time to time. Just own up to it. I'm not saying not to have any roommates at all, but I wouldn't recommend more than 2. The more people you have under one roof, the harder the living circumstances become. Hey gigglers, real quick, if you're enjoying the video, could you do me a favor and tap that subscribe button? It really helps support the channel. And if you're already part of our community, consider joining my Patreon for some awesome perks. Links in the doobly-doo. Alright, back to the fun. If you deliver milk for a living, you're not allowed to run while on duty. You could say Mssouri is a little lactose intolerant. This has to be because the milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and your life is better than yours. Their life.
I know, that was lame, but I couldn't resist. I think they take their milk deliveries seriously in Mssouri. And maybe this was implemented to avoid milk delivery related injuries. Who knows? It is illegal to sit on a curb and drink beer from a bucket. Are we talking directly from a bucket or like a bucket full of ice with beers in it? The way to get around this would be to get a small ice chest, or if the law is referring to drinking directly from a bucket, you could just get a Stanley Cup instead. Not that I'm promoting curbside drinking, but there you go. Dancing is strictly prohibited, so someone on the board of lawmakers is a buzzkill. No fun allowed. If you're like me and you get caught dancing, you could always just say you're trying to remove a bug, because my heebie-jeebie dance looks an awful lot like I'm trying real hard dance. I'll admit, I don't have any rhythm. It is against the law to kill birds. It is interesting to me how in Mississippi they encourage killing birds, but in Mssouri you better not. I guess they aren't hunting duck or quail in Mssouri. Don't offer beer or other intoxicating substances to elephants, or you will be breaking the law. Giving intoxicating substances to an animal that size is a dangerous risk. You don't know how it's going to respond. What if Dumbo is a mean drunk? I mean, how are you going to deal with a several ton animal with drunken rage? Unless the last thing you want to go through your mind is your butt, just don't do it. No playing peekaboo with your babies, as frightening babies is against the law. Look, I'm not saying I think you should go around giving your babies nightmares, but babies can startle rather easily, and I'm wondering, are you supposed to just avoid everything that has the potential to frighten your baby? What if your sneezes are as violent as my husband's? Or what if you have a very obnoxious laugh like I do? I'm not sure why or how this came into effect, but it kind of sounds like someone was going around being a jerk and intentionally scaring babies. Just don't be that guy. Mssouri allows their minors to buy tobacco and rolling papers, but not lighters. I smoked for a lot of years, and I started young. I don't recommend it. But kids are resourceful. I don't know how they think keeping minors from buying lighters is going to stop them from figuring out how to light them cigarettes, but let me just tell you, it ain't. You cannot own a bathtub if its legs resemble animal paws. Wow. Really? Who got offended over clawfoot bathtubs? Oh, how I miss the days when people didn't get offended over every little thing. What other explanation for this law is there? Minors are not allowed to purchase cat pistols. However, they may buy shotguns freely. My hubby says this is more common than you may think. I still don't think it makes any sense. It is almost as stupid to me as getting carded for buying turtle waxes. Almost is the operative word here. Antennas exposed outside your home are not allowed. However, it is perfectly acceptable to have a 25-foot satellite dish. Here is yet another law telling you what you can and cannot do on your own property. I don't agree with it. Who is it hurting to have an antenna instead of a giant eyesore satellite dish? I mean, really, at this point you're just splitting hairs. I bet it is because an antenna offers free television, whereas a satellite is usually a paid service. I'm betting that's what this is all about. If you're a man between the ages of 21 and 50, you have to pay an annual tax of $1 if you are single. I'm pretty sure if you're single, you get taxed a whole lot more than that. You pretty well get the short end of the stick when you're single. At least that was my experience before marriage. Every state has their own ridiculous, funny, and strange laws. Click on the funny laws playlist I'll put on the screen during the bloopers to enjoy laughing at other states, or maybe your own. I'll see you over there. Until then, stay blessed, my friends. Now, enjoy some bloopers. Trust me, they're good. Hilariously, I'm guessing this one was made by a cosmopolitist. Cosmetologist. Good grief, I can't say that to get my life straight. Okay, I'm guessing this one was made by a cosmopolitan. Blah, blah, blah. This law... Ooh, I got goosebumps on that one. Okay. And if you're already... Blah, 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 calm down. If you deliver milk for a living, you are not allowed to... I can't even keep a straight face on this one. The law is... Or if the law is... Oh my gosh, settle down. Don't offer beer or other intoxicating substances. I can't, wow. Don't offer beer or other intoxicating substances. Substances